Deputy Speaker Duke Frasco, Congressman Pablo John Garcia, Mayor Ahong Chan, and his beautiful and lovely wife, Congresswoman Cindy Chan, the visionaries behind Sheraton, Mactan, Cebu, my kumpare, Mr. Raymond Exaka, and Engineer Venus Exaka. Multi-Property Vice President for the Philippines of Marriott International, Mr. Bruce Winton. The General Manager of Sheraton, Cebu, Mactan, Ms. Dottie Wertler Cronin. Other esteemed officials of Sheraton, Mactan, Cebu. My fellow government officials who are here. Friends from the media. Ako nga kaigsuunan, Cebuanon, mayong hapon. Dako na akong kalipay na makipaghimaman kaninyo karong hapuna o magselebrar sa inaugurasyon ni ining Sheraton Mactan Cebu Resort. I would first like to convey the gratitude of the Department of Tourism to the prime movers and visionaries behind this world-class destination, Engineer Venus and Mr. Raymond Exaka. Daghan kaayong salamat. Thank you for the confidence that you have given by investing in Cebu, investing in the Philippines, conveying to the rest of the world that the Cebu and the Philippines is open for business and that we are ready to receive tourists from all over the world. Two years ago, when the pandemic hit our shores, everything came to a standstill. At the time, the future seemed bleak. And yet, Cebu has always led the charge, not only in the recovery of our economy and the recovery of the tourism industry, but it has led the charge to establish to the world that notwithstanding all of the challenges that we have faced, from the pandemic to Super Typhoon Dept, none of these calamities have served to dampen the Cebuano spirit. And the establishment, the inauguration of Mactan, of this Sheraton Cebu Mactan Resort, despite all of the difficulties faced in the past 5 years since it began construction. The establishment and inauguration of this hotel perfectly evinces the strength of spirit with which Cebuanos and Filipinos have always faced every challenge. And so, it is with a grateful and happy heart that I convey my congratulations to you and to the entire Marriott International Group for the inauguration of this hotel, which will no doubt enhance the landscape of Cebu in the Philippines as one of the leading leisure destinations in Asia. Upon taking on the tourism portfolio, we were cognizant of the President's vision for tourism to become one of the major economic pillars for post-pandemic recovery. And with that, we hit the ground running right away by actualizing his vision into 7 main objectives. First, the improvement of infrastructure and gateway access, recognizing that the beauty of our natural resources must be enhanced by making it easier for tourists to get to these destinations. That means better roads, better bridges, water systems, better airports, better seaports all over the country. Second, cohesive and comprehensive digitalization and connectivity. Taking the tourism industry to the digital world, making it convenient by having a tourist lifecycle super app that allows tourists to book their flights, accommodations, destinations in one digital profile. Third, the enhancement of the overall tourist experience by studying what are the hurdles that cause inconvenience to our tourists to come to the Philippines and introducing short, medium, and long-term solutions overall to enhance the tourist experience. Fourth, the equalization of tourism product development. We will ensure that our tourist destinations all over the Philippines will get equal attention and promotion and assistance from the Department of Tourism. Fifth, the diversification of our portfolio through multi-dimensional tourism. Not only will we encourage visiting our accommodation services and hotels and restaurants, but also to introduce local products of our artisans and makers. Sixth, the maximization of domestic tourism. We have all seen how domestic tourism has served to save our economy despite all of the lockdowns that we have experienced. And that is why it pleases us to have the establishment of hotels such as this, because this can only encourage our fellow Filipinos to continue to visit Cebu and to continue to go around the Philippines. Seventh, strengthening tourism governance through close collaboration with local government units and stakeholders. And really, this, to me, is the most important aspect of our objectives in the Department of Tourism. Recognizing that none of our national policies can succeed without the cooperation and collaboration of our local stakeholders. And that is why I would especially like to thank Mayor Ahong Chan and Congresswoman Cindy Chan for your continued stewardship of Lapu-Lapu City. You can rest assured, Mayor and Congresswoman, that you have a Cebuana, you have a friend in the Department of Tourism in the form of Secretary Christina na aragyod ko, Mayor or Congresswoman, alam mo tama, sa Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu, Cebu. We recognize as well the importance of our private stakeholders such as Mr. Ray and Engineer Venus and the Marriott International Group as our essential partners towards the recovery of the tourism industry. It is by way of your perspective that we would be educated as to what the industry needs in terms of growing it further. And this is why I'm pleased to announce that in order to address the workforce shortages presently in the accommodation industry, we have recently inked a memorandum of understanding with the Department of Labor and Employment, and we will launch next month a nationwide Philippine Tourism Jobs Fair, specifically to provide at least 1,500 jobs in the accommodation sector, and we're holding the jobs fair in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Two other programs I wanted to share with you under the Marcos administration are, first, one of the most important things in a person's trip is to go to a rest stop in the middle of the destinations that he visits. And yet, the most basic need, which is a clean restroom, is simply not available. And so I'm pleased to announce to you that this year, we are breaking ground on 10 tourist rest areas from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, 2 of which will be in Luzon, 4 in Cebu, and 2 in Mindanao. To provide a lounge, pasalubong center, clean restrooms for our tourists in the middle of key destinations. Finally, and to ensure that we continue to invite local and international tourists to come to the country, in October we are launching the Bisita Be My Guest program, BBM Guest program, that provides incentives for OFWs and Filipinos living abroad to bring home a friend or a guest to to the Philippines, whether Filipino or foreigner. Once you avail of the BBMPS program, you are entitled to a raffle ticket that will give you prizes, trips, stays in hotels all over the Philippines, etc. A travel passport wherein you can claim points in key destinations and claim a prize before you depart at the airport. And lastly, it will give you a privilege card that will provide discounts in various accommodation centers across the country. We're doing all of this to convey to the world the Philippines is open, the Philippines is ready, and we are well on the way to the recovery of the tourism industry. Once again, congratulations to Sheraton, Mactan, Cebu for the launching of this world-class hotel that improves the tourism landscape of Cebu and the entire Philippines. Daghan kayong salamat.